Whatever it takes, I know I can make it through. A Degrassi podcast with Kelsey and Holland too. I know I can make it through.
Hi, and welcome to Whatever It Takes, a podcast about Degrassi, the Next Generation. I'm Kelsey.
And I'm Holland, and today we're talking about Season 9, Episodes 15 and 16, Why Can't This Be Love? And Kelsey, will you please read us the Degrassi Wiki summary?
Would love
Or
to.
Summaries.
Summaries. Anya and Sav plan on going to the spring formal together, but when Sav's parents introduce him to his arranged wife, everything changes. Johnny tries to win Alli back by asking her to the formal. When she refuses, Bruce tries to set him up with Lindsay, a waitress at the local pool hall. But when Bruce finds that Johnny is avoiding him, he lashes out at him. Also, apparently Teen Nick renamed this broken prom Isses, and I'm really glad that fucking...
We're not following that.
We're not following that shit. Part 2. Anya worries that her relationship with Sav may come to a bitter end as his arranged marriage wife enters their lives, which leads to her making a decision that will have serious consequences. Dave and Alli are set on drink serving duty at formal and bond when she realizes he isn't as immature as she thought he was. I mean, that's not really true.
Yeah. It's
Also,
kind of
final
him,
appearance of Bruce the Moose. Also, I just realized
we didn't eulogize Kelly 2 episodes ago, and I kind of don't care.
I don't care either, but we will eulogize Bruce the Moose.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more like he kind of calls her out for being snobby.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, you're not wrong."
Yeah.
People don't stand up to her a lot.
Exactly. But yeah, otherwise it's probably all pretty fine. But the episode is called Why Can't This Be Love, which is a 1986 song by Van Halen. And I think this is actually a pretty aptly named episode.
Yeah, after a few in a row of nothing, this is appropriate.
Yeah, because Sav and Anya are just going through. Like, they love each other, but it's, like, not enough, essentially.
Yeah.
And, like, all the B-plots are kind of, like, flirty based too, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, so we start off with a promposal. And promposals are dumb. They were not a thing when I was in high school.
Oh, they were at mine.
Yeah, that was, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just didn't notice. By the way, did I tell you?
You also didn't really go to the dances.
You say dances like there were many. I went to senior and junior prom. Speaking of, I'm going to a wedding next weekend. Actually, when this comes out, I'll be at that wedding, or it'll be like the day after the wedding or something. Anyway, so I'm going to a wedding next weekend, and the hotel that I'm staying at, not related to the wedding, just the hotel that I'm staying at, is the hotel that I had my senior prom.
Nice.
It's just where like everyone who's going to the wedding is staying. So I was like, cool, gonna relive senior prom.
Fun times.
Cool times.
But yeah, Anya basically like glitter bombs Sav and is like, go to prom with me? Which is like, all right, cool, fine.
Also, Anya's hair looks good. It keeps changing colors slightly. It looks good, but also like I don't understand how these girls are all wearing heels to school.
It's like weird TV logic. I don't know anyone who ever wore heels to high school.
Me
ever.
neither. Like, unless it was like a Halloween costume thing or like a special occasion.
Or like you had to dress like business casual for something. Like
that was never my experience. But like for a Halloween costume.
Well, I was also in a weird club where you had to dress business casual. But also our senior year when we did when we took government, we had to do like a mock like Congress type of thing with bills and committees and stuff, and we had to like dress up for it. It was weird.
Yeah, I just don't understand this like normal everyday heels to school thing. That's not a thing.
Never. I don't get that.
Absolutely not.
I guess we can just get into Fashion Police then.
Yeah.
Sav wears a lot of stripy shirts that look good on him.
That is true.
Sav, I'm just like, that haircut is fucking great.
It's so good.
And speaking of haircuts,
Johnny DiMarco cut his hair.
It's weird.
It's super weird, but it looks healthier.
He cut his nasty locks, and it's like weird and like parted and like kind of in like a weird floppy way.
There's different like, it goes through different phases throughout the 2 episodes. Like, it starts off just under the hat.
It looks weird with the hat now.
It looks weird with the hat. It looks healthier, though. But it starts off under the hat, and then he's, like, weirdly parted in the middle, and it's not a good look. And then he, like, kind of figures out how to do his hair by the time they get to the prom.
He, parts it to the side, and he's got kind of, like, bangs, swoopy bangs happening a little bit.
By the time they get to prom, it's a better haircut.
Yeah, it's just so weird. It looks better, but it also looks weird. But yeah, his hair doesn't look greasy and nasty anymore, so good for you.
Good for him. Anya's wearing a teeny tiny vest.
Like a teeny tiny plaid vest.
Yeah.
Also, when all the boys are like trying on tuxes, there are way too many fedoras being featured.
Oh my God.
And I'm glad none of them actually end up wearing one.
And so many like 80s Dumb and Dumber tuxes for no reason.
We can go into that more later.
We'll go into it later because I want to talk about that. Peter does not wear a tie to the dance, which I thought was a look.
That's weird for prom.
It's weird for prom. It's a look. I don't hate it. I was just like, Peter, no tie.
Although, is it prom or do they just call it like formal?
I think they keep calling it formal.
But I think it is prom because only juniors and seniors were allowed to go.
They keep calling it spring formal, though.
Oh,
it's
formal. Spring formal.
Because prom is like the end of the year, and it's not the end of the year
it's
yet.
Probably not prom yet, or we would. Yeah, prom would be like the end of the season, probably.
Bruce the Moose and Johnny DiMarco have several looks in this episode, and one is that neither of them wore hats to the dance, which I was really proud of them.
Wow.
And then later on, they are both wearing like weirdly complimentary like
the
skull
t-shirts?
t-shirts.
Yeah, I wrote that down.
Yeah, it's a choice.
Alli has like a really shiny pink belt at one point. At the dance, Declan is wearing like a white jacket over black pants, which is a look.
Declan always has a look.
Anya's red dress is cute. I do not like Shantae's yellow satin bubble dress that she wears. It's very bad.
No. I mean, yellow's a good color for her, but otherwise, no, girl.
And then Farah's dress was like black and poofy, but then it gets stuck in the car, and then it turns into a short.
And
poofy
it rips perfectly, which is confusing.
Yeah.
It's not a thing.
And Johnny is wearing like a gray and black look to the dance, which is like fine, sure, cool.
Whatever. And then after the dance, Anya is wearing this like long tank top and leggings, which was such a look at this time.
Oh, yeah. That's all I got, though.
And, yeah, later, towards the end, Alli is wearing a halter top, and it is not good.
Oh, yeah, it's not flattering.
No.
It's like tubey.
It's not a good look.
Too big on her.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, that's it.
That's all I got.
So, yeah, Anya asked Sav to prom, and she's like, and we should take photos at your house. And he's like, why does it have to be at my house? She's like, your parents have a gazebo, and it's going to be great. And then she walks away, and then Sav is talking to Danny. He's like, my parents don't know we got back together. When we broke up last time, I just, like, didn't tell them when we got back together.
So the thing with the Anya and Sav and the parents thing is that, like, it's not fair, and if this is really what she wants out of a relationship, she should not be dating Sav. Like, if she really wants to be, like, so involved with his family and stuff, she shouldn't be dating him. Because the thing is, it sucks, but also she knows the situation.
Yeah.
Whether they're dating or not, she knows the situation. She knows his parents are going to be weird about her being there.
That's even why they broke up the first time. Yeah, she realized that.
Even though she's like under the impression that his parents know that they got back together because he's lying to her because he's being a dick. But like, she knows the situation. Why does she keep pushing this?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like her expectations are not matching reality, but she's like making up these expectations. It's frustrating.
Yeah. And then they're in science class, and Danny like walks by the door, and Sav just starts like inches away and starts having a conversation with him. I'm like, the teacher would not allow that, but okay, whatever.
Also, the teacher was like talking about how you have to pay attention because you have fire happening.
Exactly. And then Danny is like, that's gonna blow. Sav was like, I don't know what to do. And Danny's like looking at his science experiments, like, that's gonna blow up. And Sav was like, I know it's gonna blow up. I have to tell them. And he's like, no, you're fucking Bunsen burner, you idiot. And then he like goes back. He like rushes back. And then Anya's like, you shouldn't play with fire. And it's like so many goddamn metaphors are happening.
So many.
But then we cut to Johnny DiMarco with his goddamn new haircut coming up to Alli and asking her out again or something. And she's like, no, bye. And I'm like, yes, shut him down. He's the worst.
But he doesn't even ask her. He's like, go to the formal with me.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, sorry. And he's like, direct. It's how I roll. And I'm like, yeah, of course you do.
And she's like, no, bye.
Now that his hair is different, I'm no longer affected by him. Also, like, he's just been so gross lately that I'm just like, oh my God, all of your charm has left me.
Yeah.
All of your weird dirtbag charm.
And then we're at home with Alli and Sav. And I think, is this when Sav is like role play with me? And she's like, why do I always have to do this with you?
Yeah.
And
it was really good.
And then she's like, come on. She's like, if you're going to come clean, I'm going to watch. And then he like chickens out. And she's like, okay, good job. Sure.
Also, I always love when she imitates her parents.
Yeah.
It's just always so funny.
But then we're at the pool hall with Johnny DiMarco and Moose. And Moose like wants to set him up with this waitress chick. And
well, first he's like pointing out random girls, and he's like, what about her? What about her? Because the whole thing is Moose is like trying to be supportive of Johnny, like finding someone new to help him get over Alli. Yeah. So he's like, what about that girl? And Johnny DiMarco goes, her knees are too sharp, which is like, what? I just wrote that down because I thought it was hilarious.
She
and
smelled
then
like soup. It's from So I Met An Axe Murder.
Oh my God. And that, well, it was also from Juno. He's like, I don't like her. Her house always smells like soup.
Smells like soup.
Oh my God. Anyway, so, and then he's like, what about Lindsay, the waitress? She always smiles at you. And Johnny DiMarco says a thing that redeems him in my eyes for a minute. And he's like, she's a waitress. She smiles at everyone. It's her job. And I'm like, thank you. Don't hit on people in the service industry. They're being nice to you because they have to be nice to you.
Exactly. But then Moose is like calls her over, and Johnny DiMarco's like, ugh. He's like nervous / doesn't really want to bother her, whatever.
Yeah, and Moose is like, he thinks you're really hot, and Johnny DiMarco's like, don't listen to him, he's dumb.
And she's like, oh, so you don't think I'm hot? And he's like, and then Moose is like, so well, like, how about you give him his number? He calls her sweetheart at one point too, and I hated it.
He does. I hate that.
And she's like, I'm leaving. Bye. And Moose is like, dude, you blew it. And it's like, Moose, no, you're being the fucking dick bag right now. But then Sav, like the next day, like blindfolds Anya and takes her to the botanical gardens. Is like, surprise, isn't it perfect? We should take photos here instead. Not my house. Here, not my house. Yay.
He's trying
swerving
to spin
the
it.
parents' issue. And he's like, this is perfect. Great.
Yeah, and like, sure, whatever. I mean, also botanical gardens normally, like, you need to like pay to get in and stuff. I don't know, whatever.
I don't know. But then is this when she's like, maybe after prom we'll like do something special or something. Yeah.
Basically, she's like, we're gonna have sex. But also, my question is, who's gonna take the photos? Like, I get like when they actually do it, they all take photos of each other, but like, you can't have like a whole big group photo. Like, the whole point is like parents take the photos.
Take the photos, yeah. But then we're like at school, and Sav starts bragging about like, we're gonna get close after prom too. And then Peter's like, ooh, sexy time, dirty dog, and says it in like a weird accent.
I just wrote, did he just do Borat?
Yeah, I don't know, probably. And then they like go into this room that's like, let's go get our tuxes. And I was like, why is this at the school?
The tuxedo rental place just like rented out a room in the high school and was like, everyone come here and buy your tuxedo.
I mean, I guess that's smart.
It's a really smart move, but I didn't know that happened. And then there's a montage.
Yeah, and then there's the montage of them trying on all the dumb tuxes. And then Sav goes home and he finds out that his like possible future wife and her family are coming to visit,
but not
week early.
But not before he weirdly shares with Alli that he and Anya are probably going to have sex.
Ew, I don't remember that. And his mom is like, and he's like, tomorrow I have formal, like I can't hang out with her. And she's like, take her with you, it'll be great. And then it's like, womp womp, uh-oh. And then we're with Moose and Johnny, and Moose is talking about how he watched the UFC fight, and Johnny DiMarco's like mad at him for embarrassing him in front of the waitress, I guess.
And he's like, you're lame and you're dumb, and I'm gonna go to university and leave you in the dust.
Yeah, basically. And he's
Moose,
being kind of an asshole.
He's being kind of a dick,
but Moose was being a dick.
But
before.
Moose is also a dick, and I think Johnny DiMarco's just like, I'm growing out of you.
Yeah.
And I think that's I just like, it makes me a little sad for Moose, even though Moose is the worst.
Yeah. And then we're with Peter and Sav.
And Sav is telling them about the girl situation. And they're like, is she hot? And he's like, I don't know. I haven't seen her since she was 10. And